Get ready, my YouTuber persona is gonna come through.
Let's go.
Hello, I'm Jesse the Queer Deer, and this is...
Chef or Cameron.
Yeah, hell yeah. Chef Cam is one of my coworkers. I work in the kitchen, that's why we call him Chef. So at work, we just kind of call like everyone Chef. That's just like, did you start that?
It actually came from my last kitchen job. I just called everyone Chef, and then everyone called everyone Chef.
And then now you are Chef.
Yeah, but I never like said call me Chef. I just call people Chef, and then that's what happens.
Hell yeah, see that's how you do it. If you want a title, just call everyone else that title.
Yeah, it works.
Boom. There we go, pro tip with Chef.
Actually, in my last job, it got really excessive. The servers started calling the hostesses
Chef.
And the head chef ended up getting really pissed off. He's like, I'm the only chef. And we had to stop.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, I just realized the ring light's not on. Let me just brighten that up.
Okay.
Wait.
Do we have to redo the...
No, f it. I don't give a shit. Do you trying to do this with pause on? Alright.
Ooh, that is bright, eh? Should I look at the camera or should I look at the you or both?
Do whatever you feel is right.
Okay.
I have very low standards for these videos.
Excellent. Set your expectations low. It's always going to be the best.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's where that came from. Just at work, we call everyone Chef. Chef. Something I haven't really spoken to you at work about. What was like your perspective of furries before like I told everyone that it was a furry? Or if you even knew anything about them?
Yeah, a little bit. I think my understanding was pretty minimal but accurate.
Okay, yeah, so
like,
you didn't...
I knew it was sort of a fetishy thing, but not always.
Yeah, well, even like just calling it a fetishy thing, I think some furries would be like, yo... Like,
oh, okay, we'll cut that out.
Yeah, no. Furries are just, it's one of those things where furries are the same way, where it's like, you know, there's portions of it that, you know, just like to dress up, and then there's other portions of it that are into like the more adult side.
Adult side, yeah.
But it's not exclusively that.
Yeah, that's some people are into it in an adult way, and some people are just adults that are into it in a non-adult way.
Exactly. I told all my coworkers that I'm a furry, but I've never really spoken about that because I knew I wanted to start this YouTube channel, and I made an Instagram page for it before I started the YouTube channel. But then because Instagram like links your phone number, basically immediately after I made the Instagram page, I had like 3 of my coworkers follow me, and I was like, fuck, I gotta deal with this now. So what I did is like right before I launched my channel, I just made like a little Instagram story being like, hey, this is me. If you don't like it, then, you know, unfollow me.
I remember we were talking about sharks, and I was watching this video on how to deal with existential dread.
Okay, as you do.
Yeah, and it said, learn as much as you can about sharks, because sharks are sick.
Okay.
And that was one of the tips.
Yeah, okay.
And so I came to work and I was like, guys, I figured out how to deal with life. It's sharks. And then I got the shark tattoo, and is that gonna work?
Yeah, sure.
That shark.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I got cramps from that.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry, Chef.
I'm not really a yoga guy. Yeah, and we were talking, and you were like, oh yeah, I really like shark, and I also like deer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh cool. And then you're like, sometimes I feel like I really connect with deers, like I am a deer. And I was just like, cool. If I thought about it a little harder, I probably could have clued in. Oh.
He's like, oh, this guy might be a fucking weirdo in his free time. Actually, I do need to make a correction though. But in my first video with Nav, I say that if you touch a deer, you'll get Lyme disease because they get ticks. I was completely wrong. The only fact I've said about deer on my channel was incorrect. I actually had someone comment a really long, very descriptive comment saying, you're wrong, basically. And he linked me a video. Apparently deer are immune to Lyme disease.
Really?
So, like, yeah, and so that when ticks get in their body, they just fucking die.
So where'd you get that info from?
I don't know.
I'm totally wrong.
Yeah, the joke I always make are deer have like one hit point. They're either dead or alive. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if you bump a deer with a car, it's like, oh, you're having venison for dinner tonight.
Yeah, they're not moose.
Dude, moose will fuck you up.
Moose will break your car.
I was on like a road trip to a furry convention, and there was an elk on the side of the road. We kind of like slowed down to like look at it, and then it took like one step toward us, and we're like, fuck this, and we just drove away.
Yeah, elk are huge too.
I got like fur in my nose.
Oh, it's got teeth too.
Actually, I mentioned this in my last video, so but he doesn't have claws, which is a decision that I made as well.
Yeah, I said at work, I was like, don't deer have hooves? And you're like, well, it's gotta have paws. Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess we should actually talk about you.
Okay.
I just realized it's like, hey, he's my coworker. Anyway, let's talk about furries. You and I, we both work at like a fried chicken place. How long have you been working there?
Too long. It's
No.
not a place to work.
Yeah, no.
Like almost 3 years.
There's almost like a disproportionate amount of like queer people that work there.
Yeah.
Like to the point that it's like a statistical anomaly. It's really funny.
Yeah. One time she was like, there was a new person coming in. She's like, oh yeah, everyone here is gay. And I like poke my head around the corner. I'm like, I'm not gay. And I was like making a joke about people who get like weird about that. And she thought that I was just getting weird about that. And
Oh,
she was
God.
Like, she was like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, there's just too many levels of joke that we weren't on the same page as.
But yeah, lots of queer people where we work, because, you know, hence the flag right here. I'm obviously, you know, not the straightest person.
This one, or?
I'm not gay, I'm Canadian. Our work and furries both have a lot of queer people. Man.
I feel like that's kind of, it could be because once you've already come out as like non-heterosexual, you're not heteronormal anymore, right? More of a freedom
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be able to identify with other things, if you know what I mean. Like being, like, I don't want to use the term straight community, that sounds
Yeah.
weird, but like within straight people, there's
Yeah. There's an
lot of-
expectation to be
yeah.
like normal.
Exactly. So if you already are out of that, it makes sense to be able to just be more open.
So you're the chef.
Yes.
Like, what do you do, Jimbo?
Besides being the chef,
Besides being the chef.
I make music. I'm a vocalist.
Like,
Yeah.
what kind of music is it again?
Well, it's been like mostly hardcore punk mixed with like trap, so like
Cool.
scary trap music.
Scary trap music, hell yeah.
Guitars, dirty 808s and screaming, and
Okay.
I'm on Spotify and all
Oh
that
shit.
shit. Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, I actually didn't even know that. Hell yeah. What's your Spotify? I'll plug it.
It'll be Cold Burn.
Cold Burn.
So C, and then the O's got a slash in it.
Oh, one of those ones.
Yeah.
And then
L, D,
okay.
then there's actually a space,
Okay.
and then burn,
Burn. Oh, okay.
as in burn. There was this little trend in the metal scene of people showing up in chicken suits to the mosh. Yeah, I only saw it a few times, but like you saw it enough that it wasn't like, what the hell's going on? It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a guy in a chicken suit.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a quick way to get like a heat stroke.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And they would always mosh the hardest
Nice.
because, well, they show up in the chicken suit. You
Yeah.
can't just sit there.
Do you think they're on something?
Hardcore punk, a lot of people are straight edge, no drugs and alcohol, some of them don't even with caffeine. It'd be very common at like metal or hardcore shows to see people that are just totally sober. Yeah.
One of my roommates is really into the metal scene specifically. He's a lot more, I think, chill than you would expect someone who's like into the metal scene to be.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a common trend, because I've kind of met a couple of his friends who are also like into the metal scene. And it's so funny, they'll be wearing like metal clothes.
Yeah, scary shirts.
Yeah, like scary and like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
spikes and stuff. And
Yeah.
then they're like, when I've met them, they're like, oh hey man, like how you doing?
Yeah, that's
Like,
actually so common.
now living in like Vancouver long enough, it's like funny that like I've noticed the subconscious of my brain doing is like
Mhm.
I get more tense around like an angry Karen than I would around like a dude in like, you know, he's got like eyeliner, like fucking
Chains
big ass
and
boots,
everything.
chains and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, that dude's chill as hell. And then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's just an angry white woman, I'm like, she'll kick my ass.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna have to ask you to button this up.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's gonna have a really satisfying clip. Ooh, that was premium, dude.
Yeah, that was just.
That was just the click. That wasn't you at all.
No.
Yeah. What do you know about like furry conventions?
I thought that like everyone wore a suit.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty common misconception.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 in 8 furries have a fursuit. I will maybe fact check that, but I know it's like a small enough number that yeah, like when you go to a furry convention, you're more likely to see people out of fursuit than in fursuit.
Right.
Well, for one, it is just hot, like it's legitimately uncomfortable. But then also the big one, some people just can't afford it.
Yeah, fair.
It would be insane to be like, oh, to be part of this community, you got to drop $5,000 or something. Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
on the high end, but
And then you were like, when you're at a furry convention, it's not like when you see a fursuit, you're like, oh wow, but it's not, oh, just another one. You know,
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, oh, is it kind of like cosplay at Comic-Con? You're like, that's a perfect analogy.
yeah.
Did you say that's like stereotypical furry thing is spending money?
Oh yeah, furries are pretty bad with their money. That's
Yeah.
that's like a stereotype. So much of being a furry is actually, it's pretty expensive, because just between like, you know, getting a fursuit, people usually get like artwork commissions, just like travel and hotel to go to these conventions,
Yeah.
and just like things like that. A lot of being a furry is just spending money, and so furries are just kind of stereotypically bad with their money, because they're like, oh, you know, I'll dip into my savings to get a fursuit sort of thing, which is sort of what I did. I did save up for it, but it was also like, a fursuit's going to be a significant dent in anyone's finances.
Yeah.
But that also means that's like an untapped market. Sorry, if you're like a company and want to make some money. There's like very few furry companies kind of dotted around, because a big part of the fandom is sort of like, it's all individual based almost. Like there's very few actual companies. Kind of nice because of that. It's like very like tight knit. It's not like a bunch of corporations kind of looming over the
Yeah,
whole thing.
yeah, yeah.
Biggest fear of furries right now is eventually it's going to become corporate. But eventually there's going to be some company that will notice the buying power, and then they're going to try and take advantage of that.
Put in commercials and shit.
That's like a growing fear, because obviously, you know, we live in an age that's super corporate.
Oh yeah, I also do another thing. I'm working on a comedy show, a YouTube comedy show.
Oh hell yeah.
It's called Next Best Show.
Yeah, because that's what it's gonna be.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, that's true.
Yeah.
And we've shot a bunch of stuff, but it's just been kind of hard to get together.
Yeah, because of like COVID or just like
Yeah.
scheduling?
And the guy who's doing the filming and editing, he's in school right now. An idiot. But now he's going to be off for the summer, so we should be getting everything fired up pretty soon.
Shall I link like the Instagram?
Yeah, I guess it's only got 12 followers right now.
Oh shit.
Actually, maybe 14 now.
Ooh, fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, you could. I mean, there's not much to see, but you could plug that right now. It's Next Best Show. Actually, that's not what it's called. It's
Oh,
called NBS.
NBS.
Next Best Show.
NBS Next Best Show?
I will. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's called.
So
And it's a big rig. The profile picture is a big rig,
Yeah.
like a big truck.
Yeah.
And one of the guys who's part of the project, I was just messaged the group. I'm like, what should I make for the profile picture? And he
Yeah.
said, make it a big rig so
Yeah.
that they know we're rich guys. I said, okay, sounds good.
So, is it just like a stock image?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
It's
That's how you know
probably
quality.
this 5th or 6th image on Google when you search up big rig.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really nice though. It's got a canyon in the background.
Oh shit.
I mean, you could link that. If you want to see me doing really stupid shit, then it'd be there, but we could also just wait till part 2 and then link it when there's actually something to see.
Yeah, we could link it a couple times. Fuck it.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh man, we were trying to find an Instagram name for that thing.
Yeah, you were
So
telling
long.
me.
I just wanted it to be Next Best Show, but some guy has Next Best Show, and then my buddy said, how about NBS Next Best Show Worldwide Entertainment International Standard? And I thought, it's a bit long. So we decided to go with NBS Next Best Show. Have you seen any of the demo skits?
I don't think I have.
No.
I could put a little snippet in the video if you wanted, but that is a you decision.
No. Actually, that could work. I could
Yeah.
maybe ask. Yeah.
Yo, check this out. And then
Oh my god. That's made of metal, right? That's not... How many people are just cranking Benny and Jake the can that are now... Oh!
People would be like, oh man, dude, that was the best clip I ever seen.
yeah.
I can't wait to watch this. And then they go to NBS Next Best Show on Instagram.
And like the big rig.
Like, well, this you can't like the profile
Oh,
pictures on Instagram.
Shit.
They're
you
going
got-
there like, oh my god, it's not even here.
Yeah.
And then they won't see it, and then they'll be like, I've had it. Enough with these guys.
They
I'll
block you.
never check it out.
Yeah.
Because they gave me a tease and never followed through.
Yeah. No, dude, I hate when I get a tease and they don't follow.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Oh goodness.
How long have we been going? Do you want to quickly look at the old timer rating? I feel like it's over an hour now.
Yeah. 110.
So we'll probably do a little outro.
Was that funny enough?
I've been Jesse the Queer Deer. You can follow me everywhere, just right behind me all the time. So, I've got like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. It's Jesse the Deer on everything. This has been Cam the Chef
This show.
from my work. Those are his 3 titles.
Yeah, you can check out NBS Next Best Show. There's absolutely nothing on there except for a profile picture of a big rig, and I'm following no one, just a few followers in the teens. Sorry, not ages, the number.
Yeah.
The 14 followers, not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want 14-year-olds following you.
Well, I mean, they can. It's not the target audience, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Should we redo this? That was a little weird.
Pretty funny.
And NBS Next Best Show, nothing there but a big rig. In the profile picture, very few followers and 0 following. If you like it, then if you like me, then check it out.
And then you make music.
Yeah, make music, Cold Burn with the O with the slash. That's that stuff, and then new stuff is coming with a different name. We'll have to do another video.
Anyway, that's been the video. That was a weird outro, but
Keep it chill, keep it legal, and keep it 420 friendly. And ring the bell.
oh yeah, I gotta do the classic dumb YouTube thing. Oh, I was looking at my statistics and 80% of you aren't subscribed, so let's get that
80%
now.
of you aren't subscribed. I'm part of that, dude. I better
Oh,
subscribe.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, do it. Well, we can edit it, make it look like you did.
Yeah, wait, if I like...